Hey, y'all. Y'all sleep? Y'all sleep? Hopefully not. But if you are, I understand. I'm on my way. Let me fix this thing. I don't want to hold it. Oops.
Do not try and get me scared. That's impossible. Instead, only try to
This thing hurt my
realize
darn head. Anyway, what
there
in
is
the
no spoon.
bunny ears is going on?
When you were
I want to
sick,
share
she's
something with y'all
not
right
a
quick.
spoon that bends. It was only herself.
Is the thing? I feel like it's supposed to be down. There we go. Hold on. I want to share something with y'all that came to my mind. I was gonna hold on to it till tomorrow. Then the next thing you know, I heard this. Sometimes you gotta do things whether you feel like it or not. I was like, damn. Don't be calling me out, Lord. Okay, let me tell you about this. It's interesting. It's kind of interesting. So he said, you trust me, even if you can't trust yourself. So I don't give a damn if you're a little tired. Trust me, I'm gonna get you through it. I won't bring you to it without bringing you through it. I'm like, well, I'm here. This is what I want to share with y'all. Related to dreams. Related to dreams. Going back about that damn dream. Not specifically about the dream I shared with y'all. If you somebody who happened to come across that live that I had to tell you about that dream. But this is about, you know who Abraham Hicks is? I think her name is Esther Hicks is her real name. Abraham Hicks is her husband who passed away. And somehow she's able to connect with him energetically, spiritually, and channel him in some weird way. Not really weird, just some cool way. Something that I don't understand, but that don't make it weird necessarily. But anyway, I came across something and she said, I was just listening to something. And she said, how she put it? She was talking about dreams. She said, did you know your dreams are, she said, if you can remember your dreams, she said, typically your dreams are an indication of where you are vibrationally. And I thought that was cool. I didn't even ever think of it like that. But I was like, for real? Hold on, let me pull this down just a little bit. I don't want to look up. I don't want to hold it, and I don't want to look up. But she showed it. Right? She said your dreams are an indication of where you are vibrationally in a lot of cases. Is it lying? So I thought I wanted to share that little tidbit with y'all because that was interesting. And I pondered on it for a minute. I said, I guess. I said, well, if that is the case, I take it because I don't be having no crazy dreams. I be having dreams about either stuff like that, what I had shared. Just, as far as I'm concerned, more neutral, more positive stuff. Or something about somebody being pregnant, something about fish. What else I be having dreams about? Damn. This thing, I don't never want to sit up straight. Ain't nothing but the devil. No, I'm just kidding. I be having dreams about fish, somebody getting pregnant, somebody wanting some money. Even way back, I ain't even upload that dream. This was probably a couple years ago. I think it's somewhere in my old phone. It was a dream where both my parents was in that mud. And they was departed. So, but the dream was not sad at all. But it was about some kind of way. It was about water, ocean, fish. They was cooking fish. And from what I understand, when you dream about fish in general, I think they say they got something to do about somebody being pregnant or something. So it's a positive omen in the sense that when you dream about, at least from my perspective, the dreams that I've been having, it'd be about fish. It'd be about people being pregnant. It'd be about, what else they be about? Yeah, it'd be about stuff like that. Be careful, somebody gonna get pregnant. But to me, that means not necessarily a real pregnancy. That could mean, to me, those are dreams that, the way I interpret it, those are dreams that are related to being fruitful, growth and prosperity, or abundance in some way, or birthing a baby don't necessarily mean birthing a real baby. It could be like you birthing a business, you birthing a book, you birthing a car lot or something. I don't know. Because birth is that sacral chakra energy. At least that's what they say. That sacral chakra energy is energy that could be transmuted in any way. It ain't necessarily about a baby. It's talking about you birthing something. You birthing something in one way, shape, or form, whether career or hell, I don't know, a business proposal, blah, blah, blah. So I thought, let me just share that with y'all. But she showed it. And I was salty though, because I was getting tired. And I like to come on here when I have more energy. Because I'm like, I like to feel like that. But this is one of the real moments. And it's about being transparent and real. Because ain't nobody always just hyped up like that. And just because you can't come with all that boom energy and talking a million miles a minute don't mean you need to not share whatever something you feel called to share, you know. So I'm like, okay, I see what you're putting down, God. Because he told me right before I was like debating it and just overly debating, he was just like, look, sometimes you got to do something even if you don't feel like it. Because what is the word when you don't feel like it? You going off of your feelings? This is emotion? Oh, no, you know better. Because you know your emotions are like clouds in the sky. They float. And then whatever you feel like can leave in a second. So you can't be making no decisions. That's why I say don't make no decisions when you don't make no decisions, no concrete decisions from an emotional standpoint. You can't. Not like that when your emotions are too high, too low. If you're extremely angry, or sometimes I think Joyce Myers was even talking about that. You can't even make no decision when you're extremely hyperactive and happy. Because you've been committed to something that you ain't got no business committing to just because you was cranked up. So anyway, I'm happy he shared it with me. He said sometimes you got to do something even whether you feel like it or not. And if you can't do nothing unless you feel good or you feel caffeined up or you feel happy, hey, that's a way for darkness to use that against you. So you got to be able to move and do what's necessary regardless of what you might feel like in the moment. So I'm grateful for that baby lesson. See, he always be dropping gems. So I figured I'd share that with y'all. But no, that's what Abraham Hicks said. She was like, your dreams are actually an indication of where you are vibrationally. And I think what she's talking about is on that consciousness scale. That thing, what is it called? Is it Hawkins consciousness scale? Where it's like, you know, where you vibing low, you angry, guilt, shame. And then when you neutral, it's like acceptance, or I don't even know in my heart. Acceptance and more like a peace, joy, love, God frequency, that consciousness scale. I think that's what she's talking about. She said your dreams are an indication of where you are. If you're in a growth mindset, a scarcity mindset, victim mentality, or a victim mentality type energy, or victor mentality type energy. Your dreams will reveal that. And what's so crazy is this though. My dad, I don't know how I'm able to recall this stuff. He used to tell me about his dreams and I was little. He used to always tell me he was having these dreams that he was fighting these dudes. So my daddy was a little older. So he was from that era of the people who was like the doo-wop singers and stuff. He was from that era where it was like when he was young and people was young, at least from the way I pictured it, people on street corners and they used to be singers and be singing and, you know, like that era. Because I think he would have been at this point, if he was still alive, he might have been like in his early 80s or something like that. I don't know. By now. Yeah, because, so he would always tell me about his dreams. They was stuff about like, he was fighting off these dudes. He was like, yeah, I had this. He never knew the faces of the people specific. He never knew the faces of the people specifically. But I remember so vividly, even though I was young, he would say, yeah, I had this crazy dream and I was fighting these dudes. And he said that one of them stabbed me in the heart with an ice pick. They will always end up like that. I was like, ice pick? And believe it or not, I didn't even know what an ice pick was. I was like, what is that? And I remember as I got a little older and he would share them dreams with me about them ice picks, I had to look that up. I'm like, oh, that thing? And I remember him saying, but if somebody stab you with an ice pick, that can kill you because it's so small and tiny. The point of insertion, like you might not catch that you've been stabbed with it, but it created a lot of damage or something he was saying. I'm like, what? He said they would be fighting, and the next thing you know, one of them sneaky fools would pull out an ice pick and stab him in the heart. And I thought, oh my God, oh, that's crazy. I didn't know, you know, what that could have meant for him or why he was dreaming like that. But now as I reflect on it, I said, I wonder if those were the type of dreams. If she said your dreams are an indication of where you are vibrationally, I wonder if him having those type of dreams were some weird indication of, you know how they say it ain't never been about nobody outside of you. It's like life and how it be calling you forward and trying to call you out to evolve, no matter who you are. Sometimes your dreams can represent the internal battle you're going through that you're not even aware that's what's going on. Like your higher self versus your lower self. And it's trying to bring something forward in your consciousness that you was able to kind of pull out of your dream. It reminded me of Freddy. You know Freddy Krueger? How you had to pull him out of your dream? Like if you can remember your dreams, that's a blessing. try to pull it out so then you can try to analyze it, psychoanalyze it. Like, what is this trying to tell me? Because as I reflect on what he used to say, even though I was a kid, somehow I can recall this. So maybe it's worth sharing. I said, I wonder if them dreams and he was fighting them dudes, it's like higher self versus lower self. And somebody stabbed him in the heart with the ice pick. He never died, but he used to wake up and just be tripping out. Like, I don't know, it made him a little paranoid, but I think what them dreams like that be trying to do is show you, it's like life is trying to make you evolve to a point where you have like a legit ego death and surrender some aspect of your personality that's keeping you from being able to grow. Like, because on a spirit, I feel like spiritually on a soul level, you always craving to expand. That's just the normal nature of life, even if you're in a body, and even though your ego can say otherwise, like evolution, that's what it's about. But somehow programming and conditioning, life experiences, things that you are taught, and just your perspective or perception on it can warp you, where even though spiritually you be craving to grow, and that's a lot of reasons why people are discontent and have dis-ease in terms of psychologically in their body, and it manifests as disease in their body. It's because spiritually you be craving to grow. It's always trying to make you evolve, but your ego could be so loud and overwhelming, you won't even perceive it clearly. So then you keep ignoring that, whatever that calling is. It's always something calling you out. And then eventually you go through something, or maybe you have a dream that's trying to reveal to you, like my dad, at least from my perspective, he was trying to reveal to him, like, it was trying to make him have an ego death so he can expand. Because my dad was super creative. I mean, he was an Aquarius. So if you know about Aquarius, that energy signature, like, who was an Aquarius that I can think of? Kevin Gates. He had that type of, for his era, he had that Kevin Gates energy, like perception type. So I know for sure he was, so maybe that's what them dreams were trying to reveal to him. Like, why was he fighting these dudes? Because nobody was after him in real life, but it was almost like higher self, lower self. And it was something trying to make him have an ego death, like stab him in the heart so he can be reborn and renewed in the mind. And I believe that to be true. I think that's what he was going through. But at the time, hell, I didn't know, and I'm not even for sure if I'm communicating it even clearly now, but I'm just sharing what's coming to my mind. But I said I definitely wouldn't have had these words to share with him back then. I was little. But hey, he said, God ain't nothing wasted. So for whatever reason, I can recall this stuff that he just shared with y'all, just at random. And as I'm just here right now doing this is totally a testament of how, like, when God say, look, you take one step, I'll take two. Because I did not want to even come on here and even share this. I was just like, I'm going to wait. And then he said, look, sometimes you got to do something even if you don't feel like it. Even if you don't trust that you're awake enough or amped up enough to say what's necessary, that's okay, but you can trust me. So take a step and let me come after you and show you what I'm going to do through you. I'm going to help you do whatever it is or say whatever it is. So I think it's the coolest thing. That yeah, man, God is real. He be doing. Because I was sitting here laid back. Plus, these type of topics are my, man, what in the bunny ears is going on? Plus, these kind of topics are like my hot button. I think that's what my daddy used to call it. He said, yeah, he said the best conversationalist is someone who can cue in on a person's hot button and ask them questions about that hot button, whatever that thing is. And not in a sneaky way, but just in a way for people to know that, like, hey, you listening, and actually you are curious about whatever it is they like, you interested in whatever they're talking about enough to at least be a listening ear and ask open-ended questions. You paying attention, you giving that person your attention. And so he would say that, though. He says it's all about the hot button. So damn, I gotta use it on myself, and it's working though. But I don't know, I feel a little more rejuvenated, and this is not coffee. This is just one water. But ain't that crazy though? So like my daddy was getting called out. Something in his dreams was trying to make him have an ego death. Ain't that something? At least that's the way I see it now. Wow, because he said when somebody stab you in the heart with an ice pick, even though the hole and the insertion point be tiny, it'll kill you because it creates a lot of damage when it go in, and people be doing it. Some with the ice pick said that movement is fast. So you've been had 3, 4, 5 stabs in your heart. You having a fist fight, and somebody do that to you. You don't know that you've been hit that many times. The next thing you know, you bleed and be gone. So I thought, And he would say that, he said, yeah, somebody stabbed me in the heart with an ice pick, it would definitely kill me. So it was like, damn, his dreams was trying to tell him, like, you need to have an ego death. It's something you ain't seeing clearly about yourself, your self-perception or worldview, and it's keeping you in that metaphorical prison. And it's hampering your ability to grow and evolve. And he would always say that. He would always say, you don't ever get to a point where you have arrived. Because when you get to where you think you have arrived without any further ambition, anything else that you aspire or that's passionate or something that you know, that's a hot button for you to give you something to drive forward with, you will damn near die and shit. So it was trying to make him have that ego death so he can continue to evolve, potentially. Life was, or his dream state was trying to reveal that to him, that a shift in perspective was necessary for him to evolve to the next level. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to share that with y'all and just share what she said. She said, so your dreams are actually an indication of where you are vibrationally. And then secondly, this is the other piece I wanted to share with y'all was this. Man, I've been seeing this number a whole lot. 12, wait, not 12, 12. I've been seeing 12, 21, 12, 21, and 2, 2, 2, 2, 2 a lot. And I'm not like no numerology expert or nothing like that. But I do believe in, that everything is energy in a sense, and that the universe is mathematical. When you think of like, because sometimes I'll be diving deep into like quantum physics and trying to understand what that means. And so angel numbers, at least from my perspective, is some weird way, a synchronistic way that sometimes for something to get your attention, to pay attention to something. And so sometimes I look at the numbers up to see like, well, why am I constantly seeing this? What is this meaning on a practical level? What is this trying to reveal to me, in other words? So anybody else been seeing that number? I've been seeing 12, 21, and 2, 2, 2, 2. Ain't that crazy? And so, when I do research stuff like that, it explains that with everything being energy and the universe being actually mathematical, if you somebody who go down that quantum physics rabbit hole and understand stuff like that, to try to understand stuff like that, how did it put it? It said that those synchronicities, those number of synchronicities are a love letter from the universe. They're trying to tell you something. Whether, I don't care if you look at it as God or not, or if you look at it as the divine or just energy or the universe or whatever name you tie to it. A departed loved one, it could be whatever, but everything is energy. And so something that's disembodied, potentially, just hypothetically, if it's something that's trying to communicate to you that's like from the angelic realm, at least the way I see it, well, this thing is disembodied, so there's no way it can talk to you like that, but you might see something synchronistic through numbers. And so I have been seeing that 12, 21, 2 to 2. So anyway, I thought, well, let me look that up with y'all, whoever you are, see what this means. Look at this baby. Because sometimes, if it ever happened to you, sometimes I see like 11, 11 a lot, or 1, 1, 1, 1. I'm like, what the hell is that about? And yeah. And like I said before, I just ain't got nothing to do with me not believing in God. I do absolutely believe that there's a God, but I also believe that the universe is mathematical. When you think about people like Nikola Tesla, them people like that, hey, they was on to something. Einstein, the mathematical equations that explains gravity and force and all this, and the third law of motion, that shit is explained with like mathematical principles. So universally, it's some truth to that. That shit ain't woo-woo. That's like the practical, more logical way to explain things that are looked at as woo-woo if it's talked about in a spiritual aspect. Them people be bringing out them equations to make it make even more sense for them super logical mind people. And so for that reason, I know when I be seeing them synchronistic numbers like that, I'm like, that shit ain't just no play. So let's look it up. I don't believe it'd be nothing bad though. It just be something like in my mind, the number 2 represents having balance, or like the number 1 represents like new beginnings or a new perspective, or but that's just in my head. And so stuff, it's all about the meaning that you give stuff. Let me see. Let me try to find this. This is interesting. while I'm looking this up. So the Matrix was just playing in the background. Hey, so do y'all remember that scene where it was that little bald head boy when he went to see the Oracle, that bald head boy, and they was looking at that spoon. That spoon was like, oh, this hurt my head. So I know I had to get this out. That spoon was like, it just bent. And what he telling me? You ain't got to, it ain't about trying to bend the spoon. It's something about, how the hell did he put it? I don't even remember the words, but I know the spoon bent, but he said it ain't about trying to bend the spoon. In other words, it was almost like, you don't try to bend the spoon, bend the reality, but it ain't really bending reality. It's about shifting your perspective and perception, the way you see things. You have, like when they say zoom out and see things from a higher perspective. I remember Bob Proctor used to talk about that too. Like sometimes when you have something you're dealing with, you're trying to understand better and potentially create a solution for it. He said when he would try to solve a problem, what he literally would do was write the problem on a little index card, and he would sit at all the chairs. He had like 8 chairs. He would sit at all the chairs at his kitchen table or wherever it was, literally so that he could physically have the movement. But in some way, it was triggering him to approach the situation and look at it from different perspectives, literally. So he can pull out of the self mode and look at it from that way. And it made him shift the way he would see it. Every time he would sit in a different chair, he would come up with a different, maybe potential strategy to solve the problem or outcome. And I thought that's kind of cool. And so basically what I was looking at when that spoon bent on the Matrix, that's what they remind me of. That's what they remind me of. Let me see, 12:21. Like them sayings like that, like what got you here won't get you there. Like you can't solve a problem using the same consciousness that you had when the problem came about. Stuff like that. You got to be able to see things from different angles, or it'll keep you stuck in a cycle, in a loop, basically. So I thought I'd share that with y'all. Because I said, why the hell that spoon bend like that? I'm trying to find it. We finna find this. 12:21. 12. Okay. What does this mean? I don't believe no coincidence. Okay, here goes something. It says, wait, did I do the thing right? This is what it's saying. Okay, it says angel number 1221 is generally interpreted as a message from your guardian angel signifying positive change, personal growth, and a reminder to maintain a positive outlook while embracing new beginnings. It encourages you to trust the process and believe in your ability to manifest your desires through positive thoughts and actions. Well, that's kind of cool. Yeah, that's what they say. Like the universe is mathematical. Yeah, I'm a nerd that way. Because like, dude, I'm obsessed with like people like Nikola Tesla. I've learned about that. And how in that them theories and I don't know why. I wonder if what if I'm Nikola Tesla and reincarnated? I'm just kidding. But I wonder why I resonate with that so much, or why that's something that's like, ooh, because it be making complete sense to me. It don't be sounding foreign at all. So that's why I'm like, how? Because I never studied any of that. But it be ringing bells left and right. It's cool. It's crazy. Anyway. Huh? Oh yeah, I'm good. I left that because I think it was a couple left. So yeah. So then the other number I want to look at, y'all. And whoever you are, if you come across this and you closetly be like researching stuff like this, but you will never tell anybody, I understand that. But don't let nobody tell you that you're weird, because you ain't. Because this is what I came across, y'all. I'm going to link this video in the thing. Specifically women, but I suppose this can apply to men too. People who think like this and are like, I don't know how to explain it. Just people who go deep on topics and really have like unique things that are like hot buttons or whatever. I came across something that explained it explained it like you might be, especially for you lady, you might be a sigma female, a neurodivergent sigma female. I'm gonna link that video, because that video, I don't even know how I came across that. I wouldn't subscribe to that person, and I ain't never even looked that up. And that's why I'm like, what? But it explains so many aspects of my personality and how I see things, the paradox that's me, the dichotomy in how my brain works, and like them terms like a this and that can be true. Like it just breaks it down. Like so if you somebody who is a little, what's the word? Like you just see things differently. Like you see deeper meanings and all that kind of stuff. It don't, no, you're not weird at all. You just might be a Sigma female, a neurodivergent one. Why they threw that twist on there. But I'm gonna link that video because it was a cool video and it did not bother me one bit that they talk about neurodivergent. Because actually the video explains why actually that quirk that you have, if you perceive things similarly to like how the video gonna describe, it's like 10 things that it break down. That's probably your superpower. But the mundane people who that group think, them herd sheep mentality people, they can't see it like that, and they'll totally try to throw a Western medicine lingo on there that's kind of supposed to almost if you weak minded, it'll disempower you the way it's that spin on it. Because neurodivergent, Asperger's, autism, all that shit be like terminology that actually I think in some way are gifts that you incarnate with, but sometimes the Western medicine will throw them terms on there to make you potentially feel broken or like something's wrong with you, and that's far away from what that be. So that's why you have to, like I said, you got to know yourself. Because I said that video will hit the nail on the head. Here we go. Yeah, twos. I think I told y'all because I looked at the number 2 as like meaning balance. So this is what it says. Seeing angel number 222 signifies a message of balance, harmony, and alignment in your life, essentially indicating that you are on the right path and should trust the universe's plan while maintaining a positive and peaceful mindset across all aspects of your life. It's a reminder to focus on self-love and strive for inner peace. So maybe that's a little gem for somebody. Or if you don't be paying attention to them number synchronicities, you will now. Because once you hear it or see it, you can't unsee it. You gonna start noticing that, like, why the hell every time I look at the clock is this time? It's the weirdest thing, but it's not really weird. That's the wrong terminology. It's just unique. It's cool. It's cool from my perspective. That's and language is important. So let me not say it's weird, because weird got that negative connotation on it. And sometimes if something is foreign to you, new to you, something you trying to understand, or that's different from who you are, they ain't got nothing to do with it being weird or wrong or broken. It's just something that you don't understand. But that's a label and language that I'm trying to get away from. No, it's just something that you don't know. And so just if you somebody who's been living inside of a prison in the mind and you can't expand your mind and your perception to even be curious about shit, that don't mean that what you don't know about is weird. No, that just means you just a closed mindset person. But of course, that's how they be going. Instead of seeing a person, you would never want to see yourself like that. Like, I got a closed mindset. No, you'll be quick to be like, that person's weird. Man, if you don't go, how about you? How about maybe you weird because you're not even trying to do what your soul telling you to do. It wants you to expand and grow, and things like this is probably something it be wanting you to research and understand more about. But no. So maybe that's more weird when you don't honor your soul, actually. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. I'm kidding. I just want to say that. But anyway, that's mainly it. I just want to hop on here and share those little tidbits with y'all. Is there anything else? And this is kind of like a testament of how this is what God be talking about. Sometimes if you don't feel up to something or you feel like in your own strength, like I'm just too tired. Hey, but he with you. You ain't by yourself. Because I don't even know how I'm even talking about this like this, any of this. But he'll come in. They say that divine energy, the energy that created this whole world is flowing to you and through you at all times. And when you in alignment, you're doing something that's in alignment with your higher self, somehow you be pulling from that power source to get through things, to do things, to, just get through life and stuff. That's what they say. When you are aligned, I guess alignment means like brain and heart coherence. when your logical mind and your heart are in one accord, and it ain't no internal war going on inside of you like that, then you can tap into the universal energy, God energy. It just fuels you to get whatever it is done, apparently. So, that's something to think about. I'm gonna let y'all go. I might come back, but yeah. So whoever you are, maybe that's part of it too. Hey, just try. I don't know who you are. If you're going through something, if you're somebody who come across this going through something, trying to figure out something, he says sit in different chairs, try to see things from different angles, different perspectives. Zoom out. That's what I keep hearing. Just zoom out. Because what he say, you can't solve the problem using the same thinking that you had when the problem when you created it. To solve the that's exactly what Abraham Hicks said, or Esther Hicks. I'm gonna drop that video in the thing too. It's about a 10-minute video, but that's what she said. You can't solve a problem with the same consciousness that you had when you created it. Because any shift or pivot, if you really think about it, it requires you to elevate, evolve in some way, so that you can see the solution. Wow, that's interesting. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, well, thanks for stopping by. My hair hurt. I'm gonna take this baby boy outside and get some fresh air. But yeah, and if there's anything I need to know, I don't know. Any light you can shed on what I just was talking about, or just anything that might even bring me more awareness and something I might have mentioned, share it to me, please. Leave a message in the comments after this, okay? So, okay, talk to y'all later. Be safe.